So at night, when you open it up, you hear the sound of the water. It's sort of a comforting,
very tranquil.
very tranquil little setting right here. It's the perfect.
Oh, I love that.
Especially at night, when the sun comes down on this side, this tends to be a little bit more of a cooler, comfortable climate. Of course, it's lit up at night, and it's pretty spectacular. So the home is being sold turnkey. So everything that you're seeing here is going to be included in the sale. All the furniture, there's some personal artwork, but basically what we're talking about is turnkey. Bring your toothbrush and we're ready to go. So,
including the Tesla.
Including the Tesla, which is my favorite part. So this is an extra sort of powder room / pool bath, and it's pretty nicely done too. It's beautiful granite that they've chosen for this too. Well, media room. They do have a TV in the living room, but this would be your dedicated media. It's pretty nicely set up.
Just imagine watching a movie here and enjoying the sunset.
Yeah, I mean it's actually a spectacular room.
Yeah.
And then you can tell that they obviously don't work very hard here because there's not a lot of activity, not a lot of action going on in the office. But this would be the little workstation office area. So they're pretty much retired. So you can see that there's not a whole lot of activity going on in here too. But this would be a dedicated sort of workstation area.
That's great.
The guts of the house in here, so the brains of the house, I should say. So you got all your systems in place there, the sound system, everything operates on a electronic system. You can control everything from the mainland. You could be on the East Coast, turn his AC on, you can turn his lights on. It's all remote and all.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it would be pretty high tech in that sense. It's not too confusing to operate, but it's a nice feature to be able to control. You hit one light switch and everything shuts down, operated manually from
and of course it's all off the grid.
It's all totally off the grid too, so again, you can use as much energy as you want here and it's never going to be a problem.
Yes.
And the one thing about this area is we get a tremendous amount of sunlight. You can see as you look out that it's a fairly dry area. You don't get a lot of rain at all here, so sunlight is never going to be a problem in this area.
Yeah. You really get that canyon feel down there.
Yeah, which is nice. I mean, it's a nice building. So this is the master bedroom, and it's just a spectacular room. Obviously, waking up to this view couldn't be all that bad.
It's what you dream of.
It's what you dream of, exactly. But very spectacular. Totally open again. I mean, so open that my curtains are blowing out here. But just a spectacular space, And then with the total privacy here, you may not want to sleep with it open like this, but you could. Yeah. You have the option of screens as well as a door. We love it open like this because we don't have a lot of bugs and things flying around here. So
that's one of the advantages here.
It is. Because a lot of people, the first thing they say, well, what about the bugs? And actually, this area is pretty good in the sense that it's a pretty solid trade wind breeze that comes through. It keeps all the bugs out, and you can live with like this without any problem.
No.
And as I say, it's pretty breezy out there today too, so you can get a sense of, the breeze is awesome because it keeps things cool. Yeah. But and this is the perfect time.
It's a natural cooling system.
It's a natural AC, exactly right.
Yeah.
But this is what you wake up to every day when you get out of bed, and I think it's spectacular.
It's breathtaking.
Yeah. As I say, there's no one around you. You really can't see anyone from here. There's no lot that could be built on that could impact your privacy. The next lot over, adjoining the 27 acres, is owned by the same owner. So you could actually go and buy another 25 acres and end up with about 50 acres in total. But ultimately, it's all of this all the way around, all the way down, along the top of that hill and to the gate. So the gate really is the only access point to this property. And it's that privacy that separates this house, I think, from the back. No one else can really deliver that kind of privacy. And as I say, that's really been the number one criteria as we've showed the caliber of client that we're looking at.
It's such a rare opportunity to own at a location like this, unlike anything else.
And 27 acres is a really big parcel in Maui, and it probably doesn't sound like it's that big to a lot of people, but to have 27 acres or a total of 50 acres is really unheard of. Yeah. And it's really only since this area kind of opened up, and it was an agriculturally zoned area that they did these larger parcels. But typically on Maui, if you've got a half acre, you'd be doing really well. Okay. So to have 27 acres or 50 acres is, as I say, unusual treat around here.
I noticed this theme continues throughout on the ceiling.
Yeah, so there's your Padilla sculptures. And as I mentioned, when you come into the entry, there's flowers that have cameras on them.
Yep.
And Downing has lights in there, but they've sort of done different treatments for the different places. And this is another good example right here. I love this bathroom too. This is one of my favorites. It's simple and elegant, but it's just, I think, it's dramatic. It's all onyx, and the entire room is onyx, which is pretty unusual.
You really feel that opulence.
You do. You can see when you look at this, it just pops. Yeah. And then again, you got the outdoor shower, the granite walls, spectacular mountain view from the outdoor shower. One of the popular features that every time I bring anyone here, the first thing I do is I go out and look up in this hillside over here. Oh, and that's a beautiful,
That's just
incredible shower. Yeah, because again, the sun's setting behind us, so in the mornings, this is really spectacular. This is spectacular all day. Yeah,
it's amazing.
Very natural, just natural feel to it. I really like it.
And I noticed this unique drain system here.
Yeah, so again, another level of detail that they really what they do here is they're just sloping the flow of the water to a lower level, and it drains down to a drain down below here. So of course, with the house of this caliber, you'd hate to be sitting there staring at a drain.
Yeah.
So they've tucked it away neatly behind, and you can pop this little tile up here to clean it if you have to, but not having to look at it, just a clean, slick, elegant feel to it.
That's one of those perfectionist details.
It really is. It really is. And this onyx, absolutely gorgeous. It's like a work of art, that wall. Oh, and then the rain shower head over here. Let me go this way. Okay. So the changing room here and the closets are pretty nice. It's actually it's an all color changing room. The koa, as you probably know, has become very rare. Mm-hmm. You don't see a lot of koa being used anymore too, so it sort of highlights certain areas, but the front door, the closets, it's really amazing to have the use of koa anymore. We just don't see it very much. Yeah. And there's their sense of style is this mirror over here, just as a classic, big and bold, and but it's a great piece though. Yeah.
It really has that Eastern feel.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, the Asian, Eastern, Polynesian feel.
Yeah. Granite.
And this is granite.
Granite top here. So this is actually called Rainforest Granite. You can see it's very busy and interesting. It's actually marble, excuse me, it's not granite. Okay. And the Rainforest is a marble, but it's a very popular choice. We see it a lot being used now. It's very natural and unorganized.
So you see this used a lot here in Maui.
Yes, it's very popular.
It's very different.
There's a green rainforest and there's a brown rainforest, but this is very, very popular right now. And it works well with the wood, that brings out the brown.
Complements each other.
Yeah, and so you got the woodsy feel and then the rainforest granite. It just feels like you're well. But this, of course, this is a vestibule entry to the NASA. You have to walk into a door and be in the bedroom. Yeah. So this is sort of just a transition area, but great uses of space. Everything is very proportional. It's a very well designed home, and it's probably one of the best built homes that I've seen. Built by a local contractor, Maui Builders. Okay. Is a local contractor that builds in that Wailau, McKenna area doing some of these mega properties. But it's been really impressive to spend time in this house and look around. And every time I come here, I see new details, things that I've never seen before. Just little things that most people don't even think about. And they've really nailed it in this house. Every person I show this house to has absolutely fallen in love.
Yeah, you really get that sense.
No one's come in here and said, "Oh, I don't like this." It might be too expensive. It may not fit. They may want more, or bigger, or smaller. But everyone has been blown away by the quality and detail.
Oh yeah, I was just going to say, you really get that sense of quality. Yeah.
And it's, as I say, unusual for that to be 100% of the time. You typically always get people that either love a house or they don't like it. But everyone loves the sound. At first, when I saw it, I think it's such a distinctive style that you may not be for everyone, but I have to recommend it to anyone.